No activities for you. No activities. No, but I love activities. You'll have to settle down for a while.
What do you mean, once in a while?
That's not what he said. Don't get so excited. Ha 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 ha.
Meanie.
Sigurd! All right. Please tell Mason we'll be here a while longer. Got it. We've heard from our units in Bledavik. Things are unfolding smoothly. They have entered the castle. They are investigating Shakhan's private room on the top floor of the castle. One more thing. Yggdrasil is on station nearby and has picked up several gears on radar. Shakhan! Most certainly. But those gears went to the capital, then turned and came back toward us. He saw things weren't looking too good and ran away. Yeah, but it sounds like he's coming back here. What's here? About that, the info from the capital. Isn't there a gate in the area? A gate? Where? Directly west of Nisan. Young master, do you know the big cave over there? Cave? On the western continent? It's near the ocean. If I remember, it's big enough for a gear to walk into. Yes, there. They found evidence that there is some large building inside that cave. Shakhan is heading for there. What's he doing? I guess we'll have to go and see. Okay. Why is Billy here? I'll wait here for info from the capital. A gate! Of course I would like to actually see it, but this time I will pass. There are 2 more left, and besides, just in case things do not go well, it might be better if we stay here and protect Marguerite. Got it. I leave the rest to you.
I went back and replaced Ellie with Maria, because Maria's the better gear. Ellie's gear is kind of obsolete at this point, and she doesn't get an upgrade, but she is the only one who can use air odds, and her ether abilities are really good, and she's a girl and she's really cute, and I like to fill my party with girls who are really cute, and that's what I will be doing whenever I'm able to.
What the? That hole wasn't there last time. They're survivors from the last battle.
That is a gel attack. Haha, I put something on Maria that made gel attacks not as effective. I also gave them all protection from seal attacks because the next boss is pretty... It uses a lot of seal attacks. And so does that one, I guess. Haha.
Those guys, it seemed like they were waiting for us.
Could it be a trap?
Regardless, we gotta go on. It's going to be an eternal embarrassment if we let him get away. This is the gate generator.
That was easy to find. It was just in a cave.
Punk. Not only was he sitting on the Aveh throne, he also controlled this. Exactly. To think you knew about the existence of the gate. Very interesting. The gate which divided Solaris from the Earth was under the supervision of the Ethos!
We already knew that.
In the beginning, it was supervised without any true knowledge of what it did. However, over the years, the Ethos did their own experiments to reveal its true nature. They learned how to use it. For the sake of freeing ourselves from Solaris, we discovered a new way of using it.
Ooh!
This was your original intention. He probably entered through this cavern. He just wanted the energy from the gate generator.
I'm really glad I brought Maria so I could have all her great dialogue.
This can't be! This is ridiculous! This thing should be able to pull an adequate amount of energy from the gate. There shouldn't have been any problems in this design. Why? Why doesn't it move?
Why does the camera angle keep changing?
What? Did you mess up? If my father knew I was set up by a jerk like this, he'd turn in his grave. I didn't need this anyway. I'll take you myself. Do you not desire the power?
He's running out of ways to ask people if they desire power. So he turned it into the negative. He's like, okay, a different way to ask this. Do you not desire the power?
Who? Him again? How'd he get in here? I am Grahf, the seeker of power. Doth thou desire the power? Power? What kind of power? I have the power of the gate, as long as I get this machine to move. Your powers are merely superficial, the tools in which you produced with your immature intellect. Now, do you think you can win? What are you saying? Superficial power? The meager efforts of your land dwellers are insignificant next to the true and only power. I shall endow you with my true powers. My fist is the divine breath. Blossom, O fallen seed, and draw upon thy hidden powers.
He's like a Sailor Moon villain.
Grant unto thee the power of the glorious Mother of Destruction!
Pretty sure he's gonna heal before we can do any real damage to him, so let's just kind of build up our death blows. Can't reach to hit you. Haha, loser. Oh yeah, and I refueled too. I have to refuel myself. Did I mention that? They don't do it automatically anymore. They're giving you a lot more they're not holding your hand anymore when it comes to gears. You get out and get in by yourself. You have to refuel by yourself. It's hard mode now, guys. I mean, I guess the game's not really hard. It's very simple when you get down to it, but they're not giving you any... You're like, you're on your own from now on. Forgot about that attack. Maybe some elemental protection would have helped too. Yeah, put a band-aid on that. That'll help. Maria's gear is just so damn powerful. She never gets an upgrade, but it's still really good. No. Like, it never becomes obsolete. It's still a really good gear at the end of the game when everyone else has their... Well, I won't spoil it, but, I mean, you could probably guess what's going to happen based on this one. And not... that's actually not... I think probably even if the game was, like, fully completed, and it isn't really fully completed, Maria still wouldn't have gotten a different gear because it's saves in. And for her, like, story, see Seal Punch, I think that's a Seal Attribute Punch. Yeah, and I put, did I? No, I put the one that blocks all Seal attacks on Faye? Did I? Oh, I don't know. I forget. Yeah, speaking of which, Faye, your gear is becoming a bit obsolete. And, what else was I saying? Other characters didn't get their ultimate gears because of, the deadline that the game developers were given. Apparently there wasn't really any budget problems. They just had a deadline of 2 years for this very ambitious project, and they weren't able to complete the game in its entirety. But, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. He would be doing a lot more damage if I hadn't had those Seal R's on. He's... No, wait. That's just a physical attack. And he can't move from there, I think. Oh, okay. We're done. Just make sure you have Seal protection.
How? This can't be! Shakhan!
12 years ago, if you weren't so hungry for power, Margie would still have her family. And wouldn't have had to live out in the desert.
What does that have to do with... Isn't Bledevik still in the desert, though? And Nisan's not in the desert. That doesn't make any sense.
What would you know, you throne-born brat? Throne? You can have it. A king's gotta carry the heaviest responsibilities of all. It's a tough racket. Sometimes something you'd never understand, punk. Uah! The gate's on fire!
Oh, I did equip it. Yeah, I did equip him with, what's it called? I actually think we do need to use him after this, so here, double elemental defense. This is so I don't forget. I don't know if that'll do much for saves in, because... Woo! His response is pretty low. Yeah, I'm not gonna even bother with that. Increases ether machine strength. Doubles elemental defense.
Faye, if anything, I'm your friend, right? Sig, you won't change, no matter what I do, will you?
What is the matter, young master?
Nah, I guess I have to do what I was asked.
Does Sig have his midriff revealed? Or does he just... I prefer to think he has his midriff revealed.
My good people of Aveh, this is Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king of Aveh, son of Edward Fatima IV, the 18th king of Aveh. First, one must apologize for the trouble caused by one's unavoidably lengthy absence from the palace. One especially wants to give one's condolences to those who lost family in the war with Kislev. One will immediately call a truce with Kislev and begin reparations to victims of both countries. All citizens drafted as soldiers will also be allowed to return home. Let us work together towards the rebuilding of Aveh. One also has another final, but important message. A declaration from the will of Edward IV, who wished only for peace for his kingdom, Aveh. I, Bartholomew Fatima, the 19th king of Aveh, do hereby declare, from this day forward, I shall abandon the monarchy and create the Republic of Aveh.
Saw that coming.
Young master, what in Aveh are you doing?
This is my father's wish. I'm sorry. You both have worked so hard for many long years to restore me to the throne. Now, I'm no longer in line to be king, nor anything else for that matter. The two of you are free to go.
Okay, but you could still be a figurehead.
What are you saying? Unbelievable. Master Sigurd?
Can't you hear the crowd outside? They have chosen you as their king. You're going to be very busy. Sig. Won't you need some capable assistance? Well, here goes nothing.
Oh, young master, you still haven't rested yet?
Old Mason, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What is it?
Where was Sigurd born?
Young master, that...
He has blue eyes. It's the Fatima Jasper.
Well, it was long ago, when His Majesty and I were still young. Long before His Majesty knew my young master's mother, His Majesty was in love with a certain girl from a small religious sect east of Aveh. This sect was quite different from Nisan and the ethos, but she was very beautiful. Then, she just disappeared. Later, there were rumors of her having a child.
She disappeared? Did father abandon her?
As far as I know, it was the opposite. His Majesty was abandoned.
Sig is from Ava's eastern desert.
Indeed. When he was 10, he was assigned to His Majesty King Edward as a squire. Young master?
Yeah, I can't sleep.
Yes, so much has happened at once.
Hey, Sig. What was your mother like?
She died when I was but a child. Why?
Do you have any memories of her? What kind of person was she?
Well, she was very kind. But when I was born, it seems the doctor told her she did not have long to live. She lived in constant fear of that. As a result, even if she met someone she liked, her fear of death was her drawback. She worried that she could not be with me to the very end.
What about your father?
He isn't supposed to know that I was born. However, even for not knowing, he still treated me like a son.
Why didn't you tell him you were his son?
If my mother hid that fact, there had to be a reason.
There's more to my father's will than what I declared today. I must share my inheritance with my brother. He also said, you must split you and your brother's share with the people. That had always bugged me up until now. I didn't know what he meant. That's all I wanted to say. Good night.